Hey everyone, welcome back to Iguana Gaming. I'm the Iguana, and today we are playing a little bit of SCUM. I thought that it would be fun to do a little bit of a single player series on this. A solo series on this, meaning that I will not be playing directly with any other players in the voice call, but I will be playing on a multiplayer server, so that is the thing. Now, a couple of things I've kind of figured out about the game here as we're going through some of this is how to get sort of the points that I want. So essentially, there is a way to, there we go, sort of adjust these values with the arrows. And so I think the build I'm kind of looking for here is basically to max out intelligence and constitution. I may have to bring strength down a little bit for that. A little more? Almost. Alright, one more. There we go. Yeah, now I think this is a pretty good build. I like having this much intelligence and this much dexterity. I believe it is pretty helpful. So, I still like this first head first, and I definitely like those tattoos. Those ones are alright, but I really like the symmetry of those ones, so I'm going to go with those for now. Now, they've been making quite a few updates to this game in the past few days, so what I'm going to do is go ahead... Oh wait, cancel. I forgot to do this part. Whoops. That is okay. Right, so basically there's a few things here that are going to be really useful. Being able to make rifles allows you to make bullets, so that's important. We're going to go ahead and make that basic, and then endurance we're just going to go all the way up because we definitely want to be able to do some endurance stuff. Alright, survival we're going to take to medium. Camouflage, medium. In fact, we're going to try to get all of these skills at least to medium. Basic. What am I thinking? There we go. Alright, so that should be good, and then we'll take the stealth all the way up. I believe I have a little bit too much dexterity there, but that's okay. We're going to play it anyway. And I'm going to take handguns. Or, no, what am I going to take? Rifles are important, and probably melee weapons. I can't quite get it. No, can I please go to medium? Can I please go to medium? Game. Ugh, sometimes these sliders just really don't like me. Alright, can we... There. Okay, we're almost there on that one. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and create this character, and we're going to hop into this server. I'm super excited about this series. Alright. Awesome, so we've spawned in. I'm going to go ahead and check where we are on the map. Okay, the very upper corner. That is totally fine. Now I have done a little bit of... kind of just poking around on this game, trying to figure out how it works, and it's actually it's getting easier. I think there's parts of this game that I really don't like the way that it's set up, but there are also parts that I really do enjoy. We're gonna go ahead and pick that up. Okay, and we can go into crafting. So now anything that is gray here we actually can make, so this stone knife is going to be really useful for us right away. Now, the biggest issue in this game is essentially that we don't have like a whole lot of options in terms of storage space. We have 3 storage spots, and they're pretty small. So now what you can do is you can go to crafting, and I think what we're going to do is try to make this courier backpack here. It doesn't take a ton of materials, so the components are up here that you can see. So we need like a knife or something to be able to sew things together. We need ropes and we need rags. And so if we go to ropes, you can make kind of an improvised rope out of rag strips. And so you can make rag strips out of clothes. So what we're going to do is actually cut this into rags, because the shirt is fairly useless. Alright, there we go. Awesome. So now we have rags and rag strips. How many does it take to make the rope? I always forget. 5 rag strips. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and cut this into rag strips. I would like to be able to save the pants, but that may not be a thing. Yeah, we're going to have to cut it all. And we're going to have to cut these as well once we're done with that. That's alright. These items are not like super important anyway, so it's totally okay to destroy the very first items that you have. Unfortunately, I think it is going to make me drop my olive. There we go. Okay. Let's just eat that. That'll keep us from starving to death right away. Okay, so now we can make this improvised rope, so we're going to do that. Man, the game is a little bit too realistic in some ways in terms of like how long the crafting takes and all of that. Awesome. So now we can make this backpack. And I believe this backpack gives us quite a bit more in terms of inventory space to start off with. It does take quite a bit of time to craft, as you can see. It is a little bit slow. But that's alright. We are basically just kind of getting familiar with the game still. I'm still learning some of the mechanics. I do have some of it figured out, but that's alright. Okay, so we should be able to equip that. Yes, awesome. And so now you can see we have 9 slots, which is pretty great. So we don't need the stone, but we do need the knife and we do need the rag strip. So we're going to go ahead and hold on to those. Awesome. Now we have a backpack, so we're a little bit more prepared to go into the world. Let's see, what are like the next most important items? I think what we want to do is find food as soon as possible and get somewhere where we can do a little bit of looting. That would be great, because we do have some other items. I would like to be able to make a slightly larger backpack or to find some better clothes, and food is going to be a huge issue in this particular game. It is really hard to keep your energy up. Let's go ahead and head towards a settlement. Probably over that way. Oop, I don't want to run too fast. That will use energy and stamina. Actually, let's go ahead and cut this. We should be able to make a spear now that I think about it. Takes forever. Oh my goodness. There we go. Did that actually drop anything useful? Yes, sticks. Small wooden sticks. I believe for a spear... Yeah, we could do an improvised wooden spear. There is a long wooden stick nearby. Yeah, we don't have what it takes to do a metal one, but we can do a wooden one, which will be helpful for hunting or defending ourselves from other players and things. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pick that up. That's going to go in our holster. Nice. Okay, I actually forgot. I'm going to, actually wait, no, it's already on my hotbar. Cool, so now we have one spear. We can actually probably go ahead and make another one if we can get another long wooden stick, because it does pay to have 2 of these. You can throw these spears, and if we find something to hunt, I will show that off. It is a little bit of a weird mechanic, but it can be done. Alright, making all the spears today. There we go. Okay. And we'll put that in our second holster. Excellent. So, pretty good start. We already have a little bit of inventory space. We already have a little bit in terms of defense. So, now the issue is just going to be figuring out how to get the other items that we need, which is basically all of the clothing, enough food and water to keep us going, because food and water can be hard to come by if you're in the wrong area, and we are kind of in a fairly remote location. Alright. Hopefully there's something good in this house. I don't see any of those things nearby. Now, the zombie-like creatures are actually called puppets in this game for anyone who's not really been watching it on Steam or on YouTube. Oh, hey. Alright, so those are like drone things. They don't hurt you, they just kind of spot you out, which can be bad if there's another player nearby. Let's go ahead and close that. It's still watching me, which is nice and creepy. Eventually they leave you alone, and they don't do anything. So I suppose that's not the worst it could be. Alright, let's see. Is there anything in this house? We could really use... You know what? I will pick that up. A walnut is food, and actually that is useful to have. A kitchen knife. I feel like that's not going to be super useful. We already have our stone knife, and kitchen knives aren't much better from everything that I've seen. It would be different if it was like a metal knife. That would be okay. Alright. Oh, man, this game looks so good, but it is such a mess. Hippie shirt. Well... It doesn't give us anything, but it is a shirt. It's a little bit of camouflage. It's not quite as bright. Oh, yes. That we are going to equip. And those... Oh, no. Nah, we are not wearing the Crocs, guys. That is not going to happen. This jacket, though, was a lucky find. No. I already searched that one. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to figure out exactly what you've searched and what you haven't. This jacket's really useful because it does have the 4 new slots. I think that door stayed open, but that's alright. Did I search this? No, I did not. Okay. Ooh, tomato sauce. I like tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is probably some sort of food. Oh my gosh. We are getting so lucky here, guys. This is so much stuff. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the cans, you actually have to use something. I don't feel like that's necessary, but we're gonna pick it up for now and see what we can use it for once we're away from the area a little bit. Sure, let's equip the hippie pants so we're not just wearing our underwear. What is this? It's another trucker jacket, it's just a different color. Sure, why not? And then, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this one into rags. Because rags are really useful. You can use them as bandages. You can use them to make those improvised ropes. Like, they're just good to have on hand. So what we're going to do is take those, and I believe we can make a bundle of rags. Yes. All it takes is some rag strips and a few rags. And that basically compacts them down into 2 inventory slots instead of like multiple slots, so you can carry more rags without using inventory space. Oh yes, a waste bag. Waste bag is beautiful. Barbed wire. I don't think the barbed wire is going to be super handy right now. Oh my gosh, these are terrible. That does have 1 pocket, and that does have 1 pocket. Alright, I'm going to go with the jersey shirt because it's a little bit less colorful, which is good in this game to not be super bright. I'd rather not get hit by people if I can avoid it. I need to stop double tapping. I'm so used to that. Alright. And I believe this is the last little one here that we are going to be able to do. Yes, metal scrap. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up because the metal scrap, I don't feel like I need that candle. The metal scrap we can use to make a metal spear, which I am super excited about. What? I feel like those are a bit much. These are the things you can use to craft it, so essentially any type of sharp object. There are a lot of options here, none of which are just like a regular knife. I feel... Yeah, the metal knife. There it is, the stone knife. Okay, we can use that. We are going to need another long wooden stick, and we are going to need some rope, though. Alright, so maybe we'll see what we can find first. Chow mein! Pick up. Awesome. Man, we are getting all of the food. This is great. I thought we were going to have to go and hunt something, but apparently we are going to be okay just with the food that we're finding here, which is pretty great, actually. We don't need those scissors because we have our knife. They're all just used to cut stuff. What's in here? Matches. Yes, we will pick those up because we may have to make a cooking fire. And that'll be a much easier way of starting the fire. Okay. Yeah, so most of this game, guys, is actually just looting stuff, as you may have noticed. And then a very small part of the game is actually the fighting and the PvP interactions, which I'm looking forward to because it's kind of it's a new enough game that you never know whether someone's going to attack you or come up and just like talk to you and hang out. Okay, there we go. Yes. Oh, I want. The lighter is good. The lighter is heaven, honestly. Alright, and there's nothing in there, because of course not. Cool. Did I already go in here? I feel like I already came in here. I'm starting to forget. These houses are very confusing, and you'll notice if you play this game for even a little bit of time, it does get extremely repetitive, so that is something to keep in mind. Alright, now I think that's almost everything. Okay, there is a shop. Now, shops are great because these cars usually have something cool in them. Yes. That could be handy. And, yep, we're gonna take that clip. There's probably not the actual gun nearby, but anytime you can find bullets is probably gonna come in handy at some point down the line. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and make our metal spear now. We're actually probably getting close to the end of this episode. I do want to make them a little bit on the short side. And this is kind of just the getting started, getting some gear together. I haven't even seen a puppet yet, but I think we could probably take it down with a couple of spears as long as I can aim. Can we not cut those? Alright. Let's not sprint too much. Well, we can search this. Yep, we're gonna eat that. It doesn't hurt. Let's see. Okay. So as far as like all of this goes, this tab is crazy, I realize, but essentially what you're trying to do is intake more calories than you are using, and to keep all of these percentages high and all of these percentages high. And then you're monitoring these ones. So basically, you never want to overfill your stomach because you can throw up in this game. And you want to make sure that like you have stuff in your intestines and your colon and of course your bladder. You're just basically watching for how full it is. If these get full, you'll need to like poop and pee and all of that. So there are like extremely realistic mechanics in this game. Like if you don't take very close watch of your nutrition, you can easily get yourself sick, and then you become much more vulnerable to enemy players. So I actually, now that I've played it enough, I do really like the way that this game is designed, even though that page gives me a headache. It does make sense, and it is kind of cool. I do wish there were... It looks like they've added more spawns into the game, because the first time I played this, I could not find anything, and it was very frustrating. I'm really just looking for a bush to cut, honestly. Search, 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 search. I just want to cut something, please. I need a stick. And I forget which ones are good for it. These should be. Can we cut one of these? Can we cut any of this? Oh my gosh. It's not a thing, apparently. We are nice and hidden in the bush, though. Alright, well, we'll run down this way. I know there are a few... Can this do it? Did I drop my knife or something? I did. That's why I can't cut anything. I dropped my knife. Okay, that's silly. I may have used it all up, so let's go ahead and make another one really quick. It only takes 2 stones, so it shouldn't take more than a second to craft this up. Alright, perfect. That's why I couldn't cut bushes. Oh my gosh, I feel silly, guys. Didn't even notice that I'd used the knife up. They really only have a couple of uses in them. I did forget to pick that up again. Let's go ahead and put that there. Doesn't really matter where it goes in the inventory. Yes, finally. Okay. Awesome. So we are going to cut this up. We are going to make ourselves at least one metal spear now that we have some metal scrap, which is going to be awesome. Yes, we do have a long wooden stick. Now, for the metal spear, we do need rope. So what we're going to have to do is go here, uncraft this bundle of rags, and what that's going to do is basically just give us back all of the rags that we put in there, minus 1 strip, and then we can cut this into rag strips. And we may have to do this a couple of times. Now, the crafting does take a long time on this game. I will admit, it can get a little bit repetitive. On the other hand, it is really, I don't know, it's just intricate, right? Like, there's just a lot going on. So once you kind of get the hang of it, it's not so bad. Alright, now we should have enough to make this rope. We can also make a tree bark rope, but I'm used to using the rags right now because, yeah, I could use the tree bark rope. I should actually look into using that a little bit more. Alright, we're going to pick that up and that because I trust nothing. I don't want to leave anything behind. Okay, and now we can make our metal spear. Oh, it feels good, guys. We're actually going to be able to have, like, decent weapons by the time we end off here. Perfect. Alright, metal spear. That's going to go in slot number 2, so we're going to drop that. You do actually have to drag it out onto the ground. And then we're going to put that there. And now you can see we have our fancy metal spear. Now, if you hold down the right mouse button, you can, like, aim and throw. And I should be able to come and pick that back up and re-equip it into my holster. There we go. It is a little bit of a messy system, so you can technically carry around 3 spears, but it is pretty useful to be able to, like, have that hand free for when you're doing other things. Alright, so I do think that that's going to do it for this particular episode, guys. We've been going on for quite some time right now. Now, I do intend to keep going with this game. We are going to go and find other places to loot. We are going to go and, like, try to find other players to fight at some time, or maybe to help, depending on, like, the mood and whether they attack us first. Yeah, and we're gonna see what we can do in this game. It's gonna be kind of a mini-series. I think I'm gonna do about 10-ish episodes on it. We'll see how far we get and how long I stay interested. But so far, I'm really enjoying the game. I think it's really interesting. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, so I think we'll be okay to pause for now and continue on later. There is a little bit of the search tower up there that I may go and check out to log off in. Alright, so if you guys did find yourself enjoying this episode at any point, please do let me know. Yeah, and what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you excited to see more of this game on the channel? Because I'm kind of excited to play it, even if it doesn't get too many views. And, yeah, I think it's good. So, if you did find yourself enjoying it, remember again, hit that like button, and if you want to see more content like this, you can subscribe. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Signing off, this is the Iguana.